Got out here this morning and it is finished. Now, I did say 2 inches on this inside piece. I think it's like 1 7/8 inches. You know, to keep it spread. Now, it's crinked a little bit, so it might be a solid 2 inches. I don't know. But, got that inner one in. It's to all the way to the side to hopefully stay away from this spring here. And then I guess it'll be a TPS sensor. I need 3 or 4 more relays. One for the horn to get it off of that. You got to wire it in. And then 2 bus bars, one a hot, one a ground. That way we can keep everything off of the battery and make everything work off of the factory switch. But that TPS sensor, I don't know what it's going to take to do that. Talked to a fellow the other day. Talked to Wayne, actually. He said one went down on him. But to take that out, he bought a cheap one. He had to buy a factory one that didn't last a week, he said. To get that out and get it programmed into the cluster, it's a big deal. You know, it's a pretty big deal. They make a kit. You plug it up to the OBD, and then you come out here. Works off Bluetooth. Kids call it magic. You stick it right up there. They'll program it in and delete the other one, so it'll read. But he said it's a better to get the factory one. What happens is the battery goes dead in them, but that one's leaking a little bit. And I need to clean that wheel up some more too. But what it is, it's like a piece of plastic. You can cut all that off and pull the battery out and put you another battery in it and silicone it back up, put it on there, balance it and all that. Or you can just get one. It all depends on how much they are. You know, I think I've seen them as cheap as like $25, lifetime warranty. It's got a number on there. You program the number in, and then you got to program it into the computer. But it needs a set of headlights too. I was thinking about sanding those up, put some clear on them, but I really think it needs a set of headlights too. I'd like to make a bar for it, like a luggage rack out of metal, and put some of those little squeeze tabs. And you know, I can get some powder coat, and you can just take propane, cook it on there, and it's what it does. It cooks it on there. Just don't get it too hot. But I think a TPS sensor would be nice. I mean, it's not bad, but it's, you know, barely leaking. It lets that tire get it lose like 5 pound of air in about 2. It all depends on how much you drive it too. But we got that done. Next thing's next. You know, I'd like to get some relays probably, and a couple bus bars to finish it out. But same thing with this one. It's upside down, that is. I don't know, I might have put them upside down. I doubt it though. It don't matter really how you put it. You flip it one way or the other, it's going to be upside down. Even a lot of people complaining about that being upside down. My only complaint, I had to get pieces made for those on this. That's what it is right there, that Max Speeding rods. They're cheap. Nice little kit. Got me up. Had most of the pieces. Just didn't feel good with the way these fit. You know, I boogered this one up a little bit too, just to clamp it up. I used a towel around it and clamped it and then ground them down, but I had to take a file and slick it off to get it to smooth in this one. Really easy. Now, I wanted it to catch a little bit on that so it can't slide back. The factory bar was hitting the spring, to clarify. The factory bar was kind of like twisted into the spring. I don't know if it's where it was on there for the lift or what, but it's just what it was doing. And we got her done. Okay, we got them in. Now look at them. The bushings are looking a little funky in there, inside and outside. So what I'm thinking is gonna have to take and get the bushing out, make a solid rod the same inside diameter but the same width as these, and just put a solid piece of bar in there and bore a 1/2 inch hole in it, or a whatever. It'll have to be like 2 1/8 and then 1 7/8 on that one. Just make a solid bar. Look what the bushings are doing. They're trying to look a little wonky, that inside one. I don't know. It could be the pieces that I put in there, but they're a 2-piece. You know, one side goes in, one side goes out. It's not a solid bushing all the way through. So that's just what's going to have to be done next. I'm not happy with that. Same thing on the other side. I'll show you. It's doing the same thing. This one's not as bad, but look at it, the bushings try to come out a little bit. Same thing with this inside when it's already looking the same way. I don't know if you can see it, but see how the bushing's trying to push out. Might have to just run it and then see if Wayne would even entertain making just a solid bushing out of a piece of steel, drill a 1/2-inch hole in it, make it the same width on 2 sides and on the outsides, insides and outsides. So I don't know. I'll run it and watch it, but the way that bushing's looking, I am not happy. Yeah, look at that one. You can see it real good. See there? Man, that's just not gonna cut it. You know, it won't be long and it'll be bouncing up and down inside the hole. I mean, it's got a solid bushing all the way through, but it's just not gonna, that's not gonna cut it. I'm sorry. You could probably put some washers in there and tighten that up and do all that, but man, come on. You know, it just needs to be, I just put a solid piece of steel in there. You know, so anywho,